Kenzie, to amend the citizenship test to prevent those with anti-Semitic views from becoming Australians?
It's another soap bubble. We'll see if it lasts till, you know, a couple of hours away. Yesterday's didn't make it to lunchtime, so we'll wait and see what happens. The coalition have run a campaign complaining that too many Australians were making the citizenship pledge who'd been in the queue, some of them for years, in order to become Australian citizens.
On energy, would you can you guarantee that energy prices will come down or at least remain stable under a second-term Albanese government?
Well, we know that we have international impact of global inflation has had an impact. The Russian invasion of Ukraine had an impact on energy prices. But you know what's happened here? Here in Queensland, every Queenslander is getting $1,300 off their energy bills. They are measures that were opposed by Peter Dutton and his coalition. Like they opposed the cap on gas and coal prices that we introduced as a result of the global spike. They said that was an intervention in the market that wasn't justified. It made a difference for people, just like our energy rebates have made a difference for people, just like all our cost of living measures. I mean, Peter Dutton needs to stop with, you know, flags and whatever else he'll come up with, and actually come up with a policy on cost of living that makes a difference to people. He's 3 years in as opposition leader. He has not put forward a single policy that will make a difference to cost of living for Australians, in spite of the fact that my government has been dealing with global inflation and has got inflation down from having a 6 in front of it to having a 2 in front of it, and is in the lower half of the band that the Reserve Bank are aiming for at 2.4, which is why we've seen interest rates start to come down, just like they started to go up under the coalition.
Prime Minister, 53% of voters blame your soaring energy prices on the government. What do you say to Australians angry about power bills?
Oh, people have been under financial pressure across a range of areas. That's why we've acted. That's why we support the $1,300 energy rebate. That's why we support free TAFE. That's why we've delivered cheaper childcare of $2,700 for families. That's why we changed the tax cuts to give a tax cut to every taxpayer, not just some. That's why we're proud that real wages are increasing 5 quarters in a row. They were falling for the last 5 quarters of the former government. We are making a difference when it comes to cost of living measures. We'll have more to say. I'll have more to say in coming days as well. So I'm here in Queensland once again. I was here yesterday in the regions in Gladstone and Hervey Bay, and up there in Longman in the Caboolture region as well. I'm here today. I've got a range of meetings, and then I'll be on the Gold Coast and in Queensland still tomorrow.
Prime Minister, will your government consider extending the energy bill rebate for households?
Look, we have a budget next Tuesday. We'll always look towards what we can do in cost of living measures, but in ways that are designed to put that downward pressure on inflation, because that's important.
Yeah, on the purchase of a $6.5 billion Australian defence radar system, is this an example of how countries can diversify their defence supply chains to be less reliant on the US?
Well, last night I had an excellent call with Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney. We both joined the call that was convened by Prime Minister Keir Starmer and President Macron on Saturday evening to talk about Ukraine, but this was a one-on-one conversation. It was extensive. It was a good opportunity for us to get to know each other personally. Canada, of course, has an excellent relationship with Australia, and one of the things that the Prime Minister confirmed is that he is looking at looking at what we have, which is our Jindalee operational radar network technology. This is a world-leading technology. Australians are smart. We're good at innovation. We want a future made in Australia, and we want to export wherever possible. And this will be a significant export if this deal is finalised. He certainly spoke to me about the over-the-horizon radar technology that Canada is interested in purchasing from Australia. It's important that we diversify our trade relationships. That's why we've worked so hard on the ASEAN region with the work that was done on our Southeast Asia Economic Strategy to 2040. That's why we've worked so hard on the free trade agreement with the UAE. We're working with our European friends. We have, of course, restored the trading relationship with China with more than $20 billion of exports going to China. So we'll continue to work and cooperate. It's important that we develop that diverse series of relationships, and Canada is a very important one. We have so much in common, and we have, of course, a lot of diaspora in both places as well. And last night we talked about not just in this area, but in other areas as well of potential cooperation.
Did give you advice about how to deal with Trump?
Look, we spoke about our relationship between Australia and Canada. That's an important one. Obviously, there are issues taking place, particularly between Canada and the United States, that I wouldn't have expected to have been happening in my lifetime. But we have a very separate relationship with Canada, and it's a very good one.